So this is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by my old friend Kell Brook ahead of what seems like the biggest fight of your life, even though you've reigned for a long time as a world champion. Does it feel like that?
It does. It feel like that, yeah. It's just like his name and my name have been mentioned for years and years, and I find like the fans are going to get to see the fight, and I'm so excited, because it's a grudge match. It's a grudge match. It's bragging rights. I think that whoever walks away the loser, which will be him, has to live with that for the rest of their life. It's not like when he's mentioned these bigger names, he can hold his head up fighting Canelo and stuff like that. But to lose to a Brit, who's always give no respect to and look down to beat you, he's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life.
Several months of negotiations. Try and put into words how you felt when you were first informed he signed now on the dotted line.
I can't really, honestly, it's been going on this for like 6 months. We agreed 6 months ago, and then, just how he is and how things are. Moving goalposts, another pound off, if it's like another pound off, always, corner it for him to be like, it's like a drama queen, like a Kardashian, honestly, Kardashian. So I'm saying to you, we put up with all his demands. Let him pick what gloves. Let him come out second. As long as he's in that ring with me, yeah, and we start scrapping in there, and we see who the main man is. That's all what counts. So I've had to put up hell with his team and him with demands in negotiations for this fight. But let him have that. I'm giving back to the fans. Before. Because I'm not a young. I feel great in training, but there's not going to be tons of fights left in me, and I finally get to give the fans the fight that they've always asked for.
What was the silliest thing that they asked for, or that they demanded, and you just thought, "God, why do they care?" Honestly,
I don't know where I am legally with, so I can't really like talk about it. But people what know me and know that I'm happy-go-lucky, easy to deal with. It's not me with the ego. Put it that way. I think the world knows that. I think he's been pumped up that much by his anger on his backslappers. He really starts to believe that they're all hype about the guy. But like I said, it's all done now. The fight is pending. It's coming, and we're going to see who number one is in Britain, the best.
And it's £149, is that right?
£149.
How do you feel about that? You're obviously about to embark on the serious part of training camp. How do you feel about getting back down to that sort of weight?
I'm not going to enjoy doing it, but I've never missed weight yet in my career. I've never took my pants off it on the weighing scale. I've always been professional. I've always made the weight. So whatever we've agreed on the contract is gonna be done. As long as the fans get to see this fight, and believe you and me, I'm gonna be fully ready for this fight. The weight's gonna be there, the fitness, the power, the accuracy. It's all gonna come. It's all gonna come on 19th of February.
All of the lights have just come on.
That's what we'll be hearing as well. All of the lights.
Perfect. What do you think's been the difference in his point of view or his team that they finally decided to pursue this fight, whereas in the past they haven't been so keen?
I think that there's nowhere for him to hide. There's nowhere for him to go. There's no other fighter for him. What brings that excitement, the money, and everything, So nobody wants to see him in America no more. No one wants to see him in that fight or this fight. So basically, this is the fact. This is the only reason why they took it, because he's got nowhere else to go.
What do you make of him now at this stage of his career? Obviously, he's been inactive for longer than you have. The last fight was against Billy Dibb. Yours was against Crawford, so much higher class. What do you think he can still offer at this stage?
I think that he's got unbelievably fast hands, but his punch resistance has never been great, But I'm going in there in my mental, in my training with the best Amir Khan, what I've ever seen of him. So, he's gonna like I said, he's gonna bring the speed. He's gonna bring all his positives, all his negatives, are going to be in that ring with him. But I'm gonna find a way to win and find a way to knock him out.
What do you make of him training in the Terence Crawford camp for this fight? Obviously, we know Bomac's not going to be involved, but it's still the same team around him.
You know, he's obviously doing it because that was the last guy who beat me, Crawford. But listen, at the end of the day, they can't get in there and fight for him. It's going to be me and him. You know, when it's all said and done, I'm going to be looking up at him in that ring, and it's me and him with gloves on fighting. So, you know, I know that he does fight with emotion and he does get carried away. And let's hope he gets carried away on the night. So he'll get knocked out real quick.
And then potentially carried away. But that aside, that might have to cut that out. Yeah, that aside, why have you decided to return to Dominic Ingle and the Ingle gym that you know so well for this fight? Because we know with Crawford that wasn't the case.
It wasn't the case, no, because of the restrictions of COVID, you know, which I've explained, you know, and like I said, I'm bringing this training camp back to, you know, to the original old days where Brendan Ingle, you know, I'm going to bring, you know, the old school days, the red and yellow, pink and green, orange and purple and blue, singing, you know, and like I said, I'm excited now about this fight. This is one what I can really get my teeth into, you know, and you know, I think that the boxing world will give me that excitement even more, you know, when I leave here, wherever I go for weeks and weeks to come for this fight build up, you know, everyone is going to know about this fight. Everyone's going to get tuned in and enjoy this one.
When people now ask you when are you fighting Khan, as they have for the last 10 years, you can actually say February the 19th.
I can say when you fighting Khan, I'll say you should know now. It's February 19th.
Sky doing their job.
That's what Sky doing your job. You should know when I'm fighting. So yeah, that's the day. They'll still come over and it'll still be all talked about. But that's what everyone's you know, coming over and chatting it up, and it's always starting with his name. So we're finally going to probably won't get asked that anymore. They'll say, "Oh, I enjoyed watching you knocking him out."
Do you need to knock him out or stop him to get true satisfaction?
Yeah.
Winning on points wouldn't be enough.
I need to knock him out.
Is that going to affect how you approach the contest then?
I don't care. I'm going in, seek and destroy. I'm going in. You know, this is a grudge match. There's too much emotion in this fight. Honestly, it's gonna be fireworks. Honestly, I mean, as soon as I get in the middle of the ring and we start exchanging blows, it's gonna be a classic. You know, it's like a Ben Eubank. It's proper. This is proper. This isn't pretend. This is real dislike for each other.
How do you think knocking out Amir Khan, potentially ending his career, will compare to winning a world title?
I'll have to tell you after. You know, I think it's gonna be there. Yeah, it's up there. It's gonna be up there.
We wish you the very best of luck. Obviously, February 19th, and yeah, can't wait to watch it along with everyone else.